Hello all, it's another J64 story time by our Kasumi Rose. Let me start. Once upon a time in not so distant past, I moved into my current home. I know I've been here for a very long time. I've always had a cat and felt very odd not having one. I know it's not right having a home in our apartment without a pet or family. It just feels so much better to have them pitter pattering around. I asked my husband if I could have a cat. He was very negative against having a dog or cat. Oh, come on. You can never say no to those four-legged cuties. Too ordinary, he said. Oh, ordinary, come on. Cats and dogs too ordinary? They're never ordinary. Just wait until 3 a.m. with a cat. They always want to run around and knock everything over, and dogs love you unconditionally all the time. Well, I'm seriously depressed without one. Over Halloween, I finally convinced them of the fact. So fine, I could have one under one condition. That'd be a black with golden eyes. That's a good condition. Black cats are never bad luck. Even though they say what they always tell you about cats being bad luck, but they're not. But I could love any color cat, and agreed. My son had a best friend at school that would tell his stories almost every day of things they would do. Summer was approaching, and I asked him to get in contact with the boy's parents so that he could keep doing things with his friends over summer. I'm sorry if I'm messing up. I got the mother's phone number, and we set up play dates for our boys. She would bring her son over and pick him up 4 hours later many times. While texting with the mother for playdates, I began to talk with her casually. I asked her if she knew anywhere I could sooner a black cat with golden eyes. She said she has one she's looking for a new home for. I'm always looking for a nice home. Always. Cats are always beautiful and always, no matter what. Kitten, middle-aged, older. Every cat out there is cute no matter what. That's when I invited to visit her home and hang out while the children played. Sorry. I asked her for the backstory of the kitty. She said she was about 6 months prior to her grandmother found a lonely black kitten in her driveway on Halloween. She took it in and cared for her and named her Wednesday. Like the Addams Family, I love that. That is adorable. Her grandmother's house was 2 blocks away from my home. I'm very thankful she took the kitten in because Halloween night got below zero. It does get very cold around that time. And it was very wet and icy. By the way, a reminder, don't ever let your cat stay out. And if a stray cat, please call animal control or someone to get these cats or dogs inside a warmer home. Because kind of think of it, what if someone left you outside in a very wet and icy condition on a very cold night? You'd want someone to help you get inside and warm. Just kind of think, if you're outside in the cold, you want someone to help you. You kind of think of it as an animal too, but they can't really speak up. The only thing they can do is either bark or meow. So, think of the animals too. They can't open doors like we can. They can't just go off and find food and pay for food like we can. So, maybe call someone to help get the cat or a dog. Call animal control. Call your nearby places. They might help out very much. Because, cats, animals, anything. They need love, food, and warmth too. Sorry, I got sidetracked. She was thinking the same thing, she said. Thankfully, her grandmother saw the kitten was able to catch her. That's good. She thought it was really interesting how things worked out because she was looking for a new home for the kitty. She felt it was meant to be. That is true. I asked her to take me to the local store to get everything a kitty needs. I dropped over $100. Over $100. A Benjamin? Sorry. For the cat right there. She was really surprised at how serious I was. Like, you are a very fantastic, loving animal or family mother to them all, which I appreciate that a lot. We put the things in the room, and I was able to bring the kitty home that night. Oh, I love that. Wednesday, the kitty was very quiet, and it took my son very well. My son's friend came over for playdates several times in the next few months and helped the kitty settle in and answered questions on what she likes. This was a huge help in training her trust. This kitty was a bit standoffish and not cuddly like I'm used to. I've had a few cats like that in the past. Or where I worked. It was cats like that, but it takes time. Kind of like humans too. And dogs. Let's see. So I set off to do just that and help the kitty feel right at home here. It took several years to get the kitty comfortable enough to cuddle the cuddle button time. Now that we've had her for 3 years, she's a lot closer to everyone I've had before, but she still has a ways to go. We started with training to help her to gain confidence, sit for food and stay, call me when something goes beep in the kitchen, and ask for food and water in an appropriate way. I got a clicker and treats for when she learned to sniff it and fetch it and sit for it. She really loves training and will ask nicely for catnip and training time. You gotta teach me these ways. For the love of God, Link just you leave catnip out, he's gonna tear it open. He left a mess all over the kitchen that I had to clean up, and he was grooving afterwards. I wish I could have recorded it. It was too funny. Sorry. After we built up her confidence, she was able to start cuddle time. My favorite. I began working on this in the winter. It sat under a heat lamp. Cats hate the cold, and this would feel very good to her. At first, I set up a bed for her and her own heat lamp. I knew she couldn't resist. The next winter, I had to ask her to stay with me under my lamp, and she didn't want to. But eventually she learned she really liked being held under a warm lamp. That's where we are now. Hopefully by summer, she still wants to be held. Holding the kitty calms me and makes me feel much better. Very therapeutic for me. It's even better after I've earned her respect and helped her gain confidence. She is family. And that's the story of how God always listens. And if he wants something bad enough, he always finds a way. That is very true. And I love that story. Love that story very much. Thank you, Kasumi Rose, for always sharing those stories with me. And I always appreciate always telling them for you. I always love the animal stories. Always so loving and wholesome. And hope to hear more of them and tell them for you. Thank you very much for sharing that with me and me being able to tell that story for you and for others. And kitties are always family no matter what. And faith and fate and God will always find a way. And thank you very much. And cats, dogs, everyone, they're family. They're not pets. Well, they're pets, but they're family. But thank you again all for listening. Thank you very much. Hope you have a great night. Bye.